Welcome, the first day of winter. Welcome to our circle.
As we drum, any dancers who have the fire in them, the fire of the new light, please come to the center and show your light. If anyone needs to leave the circle for a time to re-energize before you come back, you're also welcome to do that as well. Take the time you need to re-energize if you need to. For those that are just arriving now, feel free to join the circle. You are welcome.
Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair. Come, yet again, come. Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair. Come, yet again, come. Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair. Come, yet again, come. Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair. Come, yet again, come. Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, worshipper, lover of Liebig. Ours is no caravan of despair. Come yet again, come.
I hope I still have a voice. Note to other surface weavers before we start this, if you're surface weaving, don't yelp while drumming. Good morning. And blessed be on this fine, yet somewhat nippy Yule morning. Soil that is beneath our feet, the water we drink, the fruit we eat, and the flames that we will be lighting today come from the treaty lands of the Mississaugas of the Credit, who have been joined by the Wendat and the Haudenosaunee on this land. And more recently, by peoples like the Métis and the Inuit. Our first peoples understand the wheel of the year, understand the different plants and grasses that they must use and eat throughout the wheel of the year. And unfortunately, ancestors of mine and many of ours have unfortunately taken that knowledge away from them over the years and punished them for practicing that. To this, I hope to reconcile and learn how all these earth can help us and how we can help our first peoples. Though these are only words, we must move our bodies and our minds in the cycle of the year to make these promises solid. My name is Kurt Thomsen, and I am most blessedly honored to be service weaving this lovely Yule morning. This morning will also be co-facilitated by our member Kendrew Pape, and unfortunately regrets are sent by Camilo Consuelo Esperanza, who is going to be our musical guest leading us in drumming this morning. But unfortunately, they've contracted the flu and don't want to bring that to our space. Please, a very welcome for all of you who are here in our sanctuary here at 310 Danforth, and those who are online with us on Zoom. For those of you here, please recognize our mask-only section. And if you do so wish, we have an activities table on our eastern wall there. Sorry, on our eastern wall with kinetic sand and markers and things to help. If you want to do so during service while we're drumming, please do so. Anything that brings out the energy of today is welcome. Also, I would ask anyone who has a mobile device, because sacred space, people are easily distracted in sacred space. So if you can, please silent any mobile devices that you have, unless you need the mobile device to help participate in service. Oh, and also make sure to keep any aisle available for any mobility devices. Thank you. Most likely the service will be going on for about 90 minutes or so. But just to let you know, you are all welcome here. I also invite many of you during this type of service. Many people wish to be barefoot, so I invite, if any of you wishes to remove your shoes so you can feet maybe closer to the soil, please do so. But it's not a requirement. My feet are a little cold today, so I'll be keeping my shoes on. I asked a priestess once when I was first traveling down the path of paganism, what are good written words to study? And she told me that these beliefs that we practice come before language, come before writing. They are of the elements, because our body, earth is the body, water is the blood, air is the breath, and fire, spirit. There is no writing that can really convey this. It is a soul and the flame within it that brings forth the meaning. So we can bring forth the meaning to everyone today and join in the sacredness and the joy of the new light. Why don't we go and bring the new light to each and every one in the room? Find a new face, say hello, and say hello to familiar faces, or faces that you haven't seen for a while. And then after a while, turn to the camera and greet those on Zoom. And those on Zoom, you can unmute yourselves and bring the light to everyone else who's there with you. Julie will sound a chime to end.
Great so far. You're just facing slightly to the west. There's a bit of a court. There you go.
Ah, so this is north here? Okay. Oh, good to see you, miss. How is the AT doing? And who's this beside me? Oh.
Yes.
Oh, it's a Zali car. I should have known. Marie. Okay.
Jillian's family is holding.
Okay. You can chime now if you like, Julia.
She has two sons, and they have partners, and their sisters going down to Thunder Bay. So it'll be a party.
Please take your seats. Thank you. Just make sure I'm close to the center here. Am I near the chalice, or? Oh, where? Yeah, I just wanted to, yeah. Am I by the chalice? Am I by the chalice?
A few more steps forward. Chalice is in front of you with a drum.
Okay, thank you. Now, please read with me our opening words that are projected on the screen. If you don't know them or can't see them, just let the words flow over you. Let us cast a circle of a sacred space here. Let us cast a circle of a cherished space here. A space of safety, a place of forgiveness, a place of love. If we want the world to change, we must craft in our space and in ourselves the seeds that grow a different kind of life. A life of graciousness, of creative intelligence, a place of life and spirit for ourselves and our families. And now for the sacred flame of our Unitarian faith, I invite one of our elders, Peter Marmerick, to please come and light our chalice. We light this chalice to remember, to light the fire within our own heart. Now, before we cast our directions, let's strengthen our circle. We are a circle within a circle with no beginning and never ending. We are a circle within a circle with no beginning and never ending. We are a circle within a circle with no beginning and never ending. We are a circle within a circle with no beginning and never ending. We are a circle within a circle with no beginning and never ending. La Maria Sana, blessed be. When peoples of the past wanted to make sure they respected the directions, they would have a compass or they would look to the North Star. North Star, North Star, where be art thou?
Here I be.
Now, let us bring forth the elements of the directions and the deities with their energies. From the north, From the north, we turn to the east, where I invoke the power of air, the wind, the breeze, and the breath. Bring forth your intellect and reason, and join us here in our circle.
Blessed be.
Now we turn to the south, where we invoke the element of fire, the heat, the flame, and the light. Bring forth your passion and your courage, and join us here in our circle.
Blessed be.
And now we turn to the west and invoke the sometimes chaotic element of water. The rain, the river, the sea, and many times our own tears. Bring forth your emotion and wisdom and join us here in our circle.
Blessed be.
And now we turn to the north and invoke its powers of rock and earth and the ground beneath our feet. Please bring your determination and strength and come be with us in our circle.
Blessed be.
From the cosmos, I call Mother Gaia and her consort, the green man, who is sometimes called the horned one. Bring your sacred feminine and potent masculine and join us in our circle.
Blessed be.
And from the firmament, I call on the spirit beyond the binary to bring balance and stability. Come, join us in our circle.
Blessed be.
The circle has been cast.
Okay, right there.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Julia. This is the time for all ages. Hi. And I have a winter solstice story for you. And it will explain, hopefully, why evergreens get to keep their greens even during the winter all year round. So, I begin. Little redbird settled down for one last sleep just before it headed south. But then a gust of wind knocked it onto the cold, hard ground from its nest. It was nesting in this ledge just outside a barn. And when it hit the ground, it broke its wing. So little redbird stretched out its poor wing and thought, I'm not going anywhere. But little bird then saw the trees, the tall trees of the great forest up ahead, and it thought to itself, I am sure one of these trees will give me a nice cozy place where I can build a nest, maybe on one of the lower branches. So little redbird hopped and fluttered to the trees of the great forest, and the first tree it met was a silver birch. And little bird said, Oh, silver birch, beautiful birch, will you let me shelter in your warm branches during the winter? And the birch said, If I let you stay in my branches, you will mess up my lovely leaves. And then what would I do? So little bird hopped and fluttered to the next tree, and it was an oak tree. And little bird said, "Oh, ancient oak, will you give me shelter during the winter? I have broken my wing and I have nowhere to go." And the oak said, "If I let you stay in my branches, you will be feasting on my acorns all winter. Less acorns means less oak trees." Little bird was feeling very disheartened. So it just looked around and it thought night was beginning to fall. What would it do? And then it saw a weeping willow and it thought, surely this lovely willow will let me stay in its branches. So it hopped over and said, "Oh, wonderful willow, will you..." "Sorry," wept the weeping willow, "but I never speak to strange birds, even if they're tiny and wounded." And then little bird looked around and it was starting to get darker and darker and it was going to be the darkest night of the year. But a spruce had heard what had been going on there, and the spruce said, "Little bird, where are you going?" And the little bird said, "I don't know. I have nowhere to go. Nobody will give me shelter." And the spruce tree said, "Little bird, you can climb up into one of my branches." And it bent over and offered one of the branches. And it said, "You can stay here all winter and be nice and warm." And a fir tree standing right near the spruce said, "I am sturdy and strong and I can shelter you from the wind, little bird." And a juniper tree got into the action, and the juniper tree said, "Little bird, I have all these berries to offer you, and juniper berries are really good for little birds. They're very nutritious. It'll keep you healthy all winter." So little bird snuggled into the warm, comforting branches of the spruce tree, sheltered from the wind by the fir tree, and with plenty of juniper berries to eat. Now, the trees of the great forest remarked upon this to each other. And the willow said, "I wouldn't speak to a strange bird," it wept. And the oak tree said, I wouldn't let anybody stay in my branches and eat my acorns." And the third tree said, "I would not let a bird mess up my lovely branches." So that night, Jack Frost came to the forest to play. It huffed and it puffed with its icy breath, and it blew all the leaves from the trees that had refused the little bird shelter. And soon they were standing there with the leaves all scattered around them. And it was just about to turn its icy breath onto the other trees. But it stopped when it saw a little bird sheltering with the spruce and the fir tree and the juniper tree. And it said, "You may keep your leaves and needles all year round because you have given food and shelter to little Redbird." And that explains, right, why the evergreens keep their leaves and needles all year round, and why cardinals stay in the winter for companionship. They're companions. And there be my story, be it bitter, be it sweet, take what you like. It has been such a treat. Thank you.
May this blessed congregation gathered here at the moment of winter solstice find healing within the power of the reborn sun, as light returns to the land and the wheel of the year rolls over again. I have a few words I want to share with you all, but before I do that, I just wanted to let you know we will be using the chalice for a group ritual a little bit later in the service, and we will be using our drums again, including for our meditation following my message. So, I would ask if we could take a moment to move the rest of the drums away from the chalice so they don't interfere with the group ritual that's yet to come. Thank you. And behold, we are here again. Blessed be the winter solstice. This time is a profound moment of transition and transformation. It's a turning point, that moment when light triumphs over darkness. And it's such a touchstone moment that we humans have found all sorts of ways to describe it and to define it. You might know it as the longest night, or the shortest day, or the very first day of winter. Or maybe you observe a reborn sun and the dawn of the light. Or maybe you perceive the solstice through the lens of science and astronomy. Earth's pole, here in the northern hemisphere, reaching its furthest point from the sun, which happened almost an hour ago at 3 minutes after 10 o'clock. However, whenever we understand it, the moment of the winter solstice embodies powerful themes of renewal and reflection and the interconnected rhythms of life. And you know, it's really just a very brief moment. It's fleeting. It's measured almost in an instant. But here, in this sacred space, we began drumming right at that moment of solstice. And we have stretched that moment, and we have carried it together into this Yule circle. Across cultures and across time, winter solstice celebrations have given us all a template for aligning with nature, for connecting with community, and for cultivating inner transformation. For delving into archaeology, we can find deep, deep connections all over the world between the cycles of nature, human psychology, and even the architecture of our ancient structures from prehistory. Sites like Stonehenge, Newgrange, the pyramids of Giza, they all include alignment with the solstice sunrise, revealing sophisticated knowledge and ritual practices from our ancestors. These sites indicate they maintained deep cultural connections to celestial cycles for timekeeping and for feasting and for spiritual events. Let's consider some of them. Stonehenge, an ancient site in England, which is aligned with the sunset on the solstice. And nearby that site, there are remains settlements from the same time period that show evidence of winter feasting. The Goschek Circle in Germany is a Neolithic stone circle with openings that mark the points of both the sunrise and the sunset on the winter solstice. In Peru, at Machu Picchu, there is an ornate ceremonial stone, which has been revealed to be a precise solar marker used for the solstice. Nabatean tombs in Jordan aligned to illuminate religious centers during the solstice. And at Karahan Tepe, a 12,000-year-old site in Turkey, many of the carved pillars have been revealed as the earliest known human structures aligned to the winter solstice. Archaeology tells us that as much as 12,000 years ago, at the dawn of human civilization, people were intentionally observing and celebrating the solstice. Humans have done this for thousands of years because this time is a potent indicator for transformation. You know, we have Christmas trees because hundreds of years ago, northern cultures had a tradition of bringing in the green, where people would collect outdoor trimmings to decorate homes and shops and churches. And as part of that tradition, they would put a big pine branch in their front room and they would cover it with little gifts for all the members of the household. Now, that's a modern tradition. And I think it hides a very profound truth. This season is not about the gifts that we give to each other. I believe, much more importantly, that this season is about the gifts that Solstice gives to humanity. Gifts like the calendrical system. All the ancient sites that I just mentioned acted as natural calendars, making seasonal moments that we could mark and that were crucial for both agriculture and survival. Gifts like ritual and religion. Events surrounding the winter solstice are tied to myths, rebirth concepts, and sacred journeys. And gifts like astronomy. Ancient builders would track the movements of the sun and the stars with incredible accuracy, using distant markers and carefully calculated sight lines, all so that they could predict the day, moment that the light would start returning. And perhaps the greatest gift of all, a cosmic awareness. Through the solstice, humanity has engaged the very land itself as a stage for grand mythic events that connect all people to the cosmos. All over the world, our ancestors built these complex structures not for shelter, but to observe, celebrate, and understand the rhythms of the universe. And particularly, that pivotal moment of solstice. Now, we have celebrated many Yules here at Neighborhood, and I think we've learned that solstice is more than a reflection of our collective desire to connect with something sacred. It's also a touch point for communal healing and blessing. This cold and dark time of the year, it invites us to embrace natural rhythms of rest and renewal, and to do it together. Just as the earth retreats into dormancy as snow blankets the roots and burrows of the land, our bodies and minds are called to slow down, reflect, integrate, and connect. The seasonal shift mirrors our deep human need for introspection, and it allows us to process the year past and prepare that which is next to come. Just a few days ago, I was reminded of why I'm here at Neighborhood. There was a time, years ago, when I chose to leave this congregation. I was angry and I was hurt, and I turned away from all of you. All of you who weren't family, I turned away. All except for one friend. And after a while, that friend said, "Kendrew, come on back." And I had a moment when I could imagine a me that could return if I had what I would call a little bit of spiritual growth. So just a few days ago, that friend called me up, and he just wanted to rant about stuff that was bothering him. And I listened. And some of that stuff bothered me too. And so I ranted along with him. And we shared all that dark stuff together. And you know what? That made the dark feel lighter. It really did. And that's how he and I healed. By sharing the dark together. For me, that's spiritual growth. That's what I was looking for. That's why I'm back with all of you on this solstice morn. The dark is not so scary when we face it together. The dark isn't something to fear. It's something that we can use for transformation. In a world that seems driven to individualism, Yule reminds us to be together because we're drawn to each other. Friends and family and loved ones, we seek ever more, even just a few days free from work and busyness, if only just to spend it in merriment, in quiet solitude, and most importantly, in community. The winter solstice gives us this time to unwrap the insights of our shared experiences and prepare the seeds that will grow a different kind of life. The deep dark beckons us to journey inside, to reflect, to heal, and to emerge into greater clarity and purpose. I'm sure you can all feel it. It's like a pregnant potency all around us. This is more than just an event on a calendar. Yule, the celebration of the winter solstice, is a mirror of the cycles of our lives. For Yule teaches us the value of rest and reflection. Yule reminds us that healing takes space and time, just as the earth rests before the bloom of spring to come. Yule teaches us to slow down and to integrate and return. And so, as the light returns, hold close to the power of healing and transformation. The solstice is your invitation to accept the dark, tend the inner fire, honor the lessons of the past, and step forward with intention into the returning of the light. This moment of darkness, echoing forwards and backwards through all of human consciousness, it heralds the light returning. For lo, even when is the darkest hour, no one can hold back the dawn. Blessed be.
Waiting for the sun.
Our chalice is dark, and we are together. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Feel the rhythm of your heart. Follow the drumbeat deep into your consciousness. Slowly come back. The light is returning, even though it is the darkest hour. No one can hold back the dawn. The light is returning. Even though this is the darkest hour, no one can hold back the dawn. Light is returning. Even though this is the darkest hour, no one can hold back the dawn. Light is returning. Even though this is the darkest hour, no one can hold back the dawn. Light is returning. Even though this is the darkest hour, no one can hold back the dawn. Light is returning. Even though this is the darkest hour, no one can hold back the dawn. Light is returning. Even though this is the darkest hour, no one can hold back the dawn. Light is returning. Even though this is the darkest hour. I did it too soon.
Hold back the dawn. Light is returning. Even though it is the darkest hour, no one can hold back the dawn.
Light is returning. Even though it is the darkest hour, no one can hold back the dawn. Light is returning. Even though this is the darkest hour, no one can hold back the dawn. Light is returning. Even though this is the darkest hour, no one can hold back the dawn. Light is returning. Even though it is the darkest hour, no one can hold back the dawn. Light is returning. Even though it is the darkest hour, no one can hold back the dawn. Light is returning. Even though it is the darkest hour, no one can hold back the dawn. Light is returning. Even though it is the darkest hour, no one can hold back the dawn. Light is returning. Even though it is the darkest hour, no one can hold back the dawn.
As we bring back to the light back to the earth, as we bring back light to our hearts, our souls, our brothers, sisters, and those who exist in the non-binary, let us also remember that we need to bring light back to our space. For the flames of our hearts can be kindled by song, but the flames of our congregation need different kindling. You knew I was going to say something like that, didn't you? With the kindling offering that we put in the baskets, to the offerings we give in checks, direct deposit withdrawals from our bank, and those who wish to go online and click the link to our donations page, you'll find that on Zoom. All donations are welcome. If you have found home here, if you have found kindred spirit here, and flames that complement your own, let this brilliant light be a guiding force for our future life and our future good. And now for the life of the community, Kendrew?
Yes, as the baskets are passing through the congregation, I have some announcements to share about the life of our community. So first of all, I am the treasurer of this congregation as well as your speaker this morning. So I would like to encourage everyone to top up your donations before the year comes to an end. We are a little bit short of our projections for the end of the year. I think we're down about maybe 7 to 10% from where we wanted to be. So if you could add 7 to 10% to your donations between now and the end of the year, we would all be most grateful. Thank you. Coffee hour today will be your final chance to add your thanks and well wishes to Julia's goodbye card, and to add your artistic touch to the collaborate art canvases that we are giving to her. Next, Julia will be saying goodbye to us as our Director of Lifespan Learning, but of course she always remains our friend, and we look forward to her returning to our congregation as a member in the future. We are having a Christmas Eve service here at Neighborhood on Wednesday. It starts at 7 p.m. and Reverend Sally will be here to share with us her wisdom about the holy unexpected. There will be candlelight, there will be music, and the chance to revisit the story and traditions of Christmas with your UU community. It's an all-ages service, and we will all be able to share an opportunity to participate in a very fun and very entertaining no rehearsal nativity play. And there will be cider and cookies to follow. We are holding a cosmic walk, ritual, and dance. That is one of our Saturday night movement services, and this year it is on January the 3rd. It is a wonderful way to start the new year by returning to our beginnings. The cosmic walk will take us all on a participatory ritual journey through the story of the universe and the earth, from the Big Bang to the present. It is family friendly. You can bring your kids. We do encourage bare feet or socks or clean indoor shoes only, because our space will turn into a wonderful dance floor following the ritual itself, and we want to keep that dance floor clean. On Saturday, January the 10th in the new year, from 1 o'clock until 6 o'clock, we invite you to come and join our Good Karma Cleaning Day, in which we will do some tidy up here in our spiritual home. You can give your ideas and suggestions in advance and join other members here on that day to take care of our space. And there will be some common jobs you might find even if you were in your own home, like doing some dusting, but there's also some other jobs that are unique to this space. For more information or to RSVP, please reach out to David Renzetti by email. There he is right there. You could actually speak to him today after the service. There will be a dinner provided on that day, so bring your cleaning hands and your appetites. We are holding a karaoke night on Saturday, January the 10th. I guess that's after the dinner of the cleanup. That's wonderful. So that will be 7:30 till 9:30, featuring DJ Joe and hosted by Allison. Oh, you can also bring a beverage to that one, so bring along something you'd like to sip on. Our next Sunday service is on December 28th, and that is our Music Sunday with a message about our hopes and dreams. The speakers will be many of the musicians that you all know here at Neighborhood: Sean Thomas, Karen Richards, Steve and Denise and Allison. And music will be provided by the Spirit Band, and our service weaver that day will be Tab. Our Time for All Ages story will be Julia's last story with us. So be here for that. There's always things going on around here, so please check the screen in the cappuccino room and the Friday weekly email that you would get in your inbox for more announcements, for more information, and about opportunities to connect with us here at Neighborhood. Thank you. I guess that's all the baskets. Thank you very much, everyone, for your donations. Kurt.
Yes. Is our North Star here, or is she still with the children?
She's with the children. You're facing north with a little bit of a turn. There you go.
All right. Now, sometimes I say fortunately, and sometimes I say unfortunately, it's time to open our circle and start to return to our daily lives. So, first, I ask the spirit beyond the binary to go back to your firmament, if you will. Hail, blessed be, and my thanks.
Blessed be.
Great goddess Gaia and her consort, the Green Man or the Horned One, our gracious thanks for your presence. Return to the cosmos, if you will. Hail and farewell.
Blessed be.
To the element of the earth. Oops, someone with the mic there for a second. Hello? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. To the element of the earth, please return to your northern bedrock, if you do wish. Hail and farewell.
Blessed be.
To the element of water, if you do so wish, please return to your western shores with our blessing. Hail and farewell.
Blessed be.
To the element of fire, go shine and burn in your southern lands, if you do so wish, until we meet again. Hail and farewell.
Blessed be.
Into the air that is swirling around us, if you do so wish, please return to your far eastern home. Thank you. Hail and blessed farewell.
Blessed be.
You do so wish, may, am I under the chalice? No. Okay, where's the chalice? Oh, yeah. So, I now ask Peter Marmarick to please come and extinguish our chalice. has been darkened, we hold the fire within our own hearts. The end of many pagan ceremonies, there's a lovely chant. We form a circle. So for those of you that wish, you can join me. Take arms or hands if you do so wish. And if you want to stay and drum, please do so. The circle is open but unbroken. May the love of the goddess be ever in our hearts. Merry meet and merry part, and merry meet again. A little faster. The circle is open but unbroken. May the love of the goddess go ever in our hearts. Merry meet and merry part, and merry meet again. One more time. The circle is open but unbroken. May the love of the goddess fill ever in our hearts. Merry meet and merry part, and merry meet again. Merry meet and merry part, merry meet again.
This rite is finished!
In closing, I bless you with what you have gained in the dark. And please take that with you when the light returns. And now for a little postlude. You all know this. Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la.